In the bustling heart of Miami, a story unfolds that strikes a chord with our deepest fears about love turned lethal. Today, we dive deep into the tragic saga of Courtney Clenny, a known OnlyFans model, and Christian Obumseli, her boyfriend, whose life met a grim end in a luxury apartment they once called a love nest. Their relationship, once painted in the vibrant colors of passion and promise, spiraled into a tumultuous whirlwind. Friends and family tell tales of public spats and whispered reconciliations, painting a complex picture of love enshrouded in volatility. As months passed, the walls of their Miami high rise bore witness to escalating tensions that hinted at a brewing storm. On a fateful April evening in 2022, the storm broke. Police were summoned to a scene that sent shockwaves through the community, marking the beginning of a high profile case wrapped in controversy and legal battles. On the evening of April 3rd, 2022, the serenity of a Miami luxury apartment complex was shattered by a distressing news. Inside, officers found a scene that would later dominate headlines. Christian Obumseli, gravely wounded, and Courtney Clenny, his girlfriend, covered in blood but physically unharmed. Bodycam footage released to the public reveals the immediate chaos as police entered the apartment. The footage shows Courtney, visibly distressed, being directed by police to remain seated on the floor while they secured the scene. Her hands, stained with blood, trembled as she tried to explain her actions, repeatedly stating that she had acted in self-defense. Amid the flashing lights and the stern commands of the responding officers, Courtney's voice cracks as she attempts to recount the evening's events. She describes a heated argument that escalated, claiming Christian had become threatening. In the background, the urgent work of paramedics attending to Christian is palpable. As Courtney was handcuffed and led away, the reality of the situation began to sink in. The apartment, once a shared space filled with the couple's dreams and plans, was now a primary exhibit in a major crime investigation. In the days following the tragic incident, the legal machinery began to move swiftly. Courtney Clenny was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, a decision that thrust the case into the spotlight. Authorities cited the severity of Christian Obumseli's injuries and the circumstances surrounding his death as the basis for the charge. The charge implies that while the killing may not have been premeditated, it was intentional, carried out in a moment of supposed passion or conflict. As the news of the charges broke, debates ignited over the complexities of domestic altercations leading to lethal outcomes. Courtney's defense team quickly mounted a response, framing her actions as those of self-defense. They argued that the situation escalated to a life-threatening scenario for Courtney, prompting her to act in a manner she believed necessary to protect herself. Courtney's legal representatives pointed to previous instances of alleged threats and altercations involving Christian, attempting to establish a pattern that might support her claims. They planned to delve deep into the couple's history, using it to paint a picture of ongoing conflict that culminated in the fateful night's tragic outcome. The defense's strategy not only focuses on the immediate context of the incident, but also aims to challenge the perception of Courtney as the aggressor. They intend to bring to light various elements such as emotional distress, fear, and the immediate threat perceived by Courtney at the moment of the incident, arguing these factors justify her response under the law. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the bodycam footage captured by the first responders became a pivotal piece of evidence. The video, released to the public and scrutinized by both media and legal experts, shows Courtney Clenny in a distraught state, covered in blood. This footage is critical as it is the first visual record of the aftermath and Courtney's immediate reactions and statements. Legal analysts suggest that her demeanor and the statements captured on camera could sway public opinion, potentially influencing the jury's perception of her intent and state of mind at the time of the incident. The impact of this footage is twofold. It provides a raw, unfiltered glimpse into the moments following the tragedy, and it sets the stage for the defense and prosecution to argue over Courtney's claim of self-defense versus the prosecution's narrative of a violent altercation ending in murder. This visual evidence will be crucial in establishing the sequence of events that led to Christian Obumseli's death. Complementing the video evidence, forensic analysis of the scene and autopsy results are expected to play a significant role in the trial. The forensic reports will likely detail the nature of the injuries sustained by Christian, which could either corroborate or refute the self-defense claim based on the defensive or offensive nature of the wounds. Witness testimonies, if available, will further enrich the narrative. Statements from neighbors or friends who might have heard or seen anything relevant on the day of the incident could provide additional layers to the story, offering insights into the couple's dynamics and possibly the events leading up to the fatal confrontation. Each piece of evidence serves as a thread in the complex tapestry of this case, weaving together to form a fuller picture of the truth that the court will need to discern. As each side presents its interpretation of the evidence, the challenge lies not only in proving what happened, but also in persuading the court of the motivations and circumstances that led to Christian Obumseli's tragic death. In the complex web of the Courtney Clenny case, the role of her parents has emerged as a significant subplot, adding layers of intrigue and legal complexity. Following the tragic events, allegations surfaced against Courtney's parents, accusing them of attempting to obstruct justice. These allegations led to their arrest, marking a dramatic escalation in the case that underscored not just a personal tragedy, but also a potentially broader conspiracy. The allegations against Courtney's parents center on evidence tampering. According to prosecutors, they are accused of trying to access Christian Obumseli's electronic devices post-mortem. This act, purportedly aimed at deleting or altering information that could be detrimental to Courtney's defense, sparked outrage and added a prosecutorial edge to the narrative. The implications of such actions are severe, suggesting a deliberate attempt to sway the outcome of the case by hindering the investigation. Legal experts point out that these developments could have far-reaching effects on the trial's proceedings and its public reception. The involvement of Courtney's parents not only intensifies the scrutiny of Courtney's actions, but also paints a picture of a concerted family effort to manipulate legal outcomes. This aspect of the case may influence the jury's perception, potentially framing the narrative as one of not only individual but familial culpability. The evidence of tampering, which includes digital forensic analysis of the devices in question, will likely be a focal point in the courtroom. Prosecutors will aim to demonstrate the extent of the interference by presenting detailed forensic reports and expert testimonies. The defense, meanwhile, will challenge the relevance and legality of the evidence gathered, possibly arguing that the actions of Courtney's parents were misinterpreted or were not directly related to the case. Ultimately, this facet of the case adds a layer of drama and potential precedent-setting implications regarding family involvement in criminal proceedings. How the court navigates these accusations could set important legal precedents on digital privacy and obstruction of justice. As the Courtney Clenny case unfolds, it has captured the attention of the nation, becoming a focal point for media outlets and a topic of heated discussion across social platforms. The media's portrayal of the events has varied, with some emphasizing the sensational aspects of Courtney's influencer lifestyle and the tragic romance gone awry, while others have focused more soberly on the implications of domestic violence and legal justice. Public opinion has been polarized. On one side, supporters of Courtney argue that the media's portrayal is biased, painting her unfairly as the aggressor due to her online persona. On the other, critics argue that her actions, irrespective of her self-defense claim, highlight serious issues about accountability and privilege. Community reactions have been equally diverse. Advocacy groups, particularly those focusing on domestic violence, have seized upon the case as a touchstone for broader societal issues such as the treatment of victims and the narrative surrounding self defense claims in relationships marked by violence. This case has sparked vigils, protests, and public forums, all aiming to address these deep seated issues. As we continue to monitor this gripping case, let's recap the main points. Courtney Clenny, charged with second-degree murder in the death of Christian Obumseli, claims self-defense after a fraught relationship. Evidence includes controversial body cam footage, forensic analyses, and the disputed role of Courtney's parents in the aftermath. This case not only challenges us to scrutinize the facts, but also compels us to reflect on the broader societal implications, how justice is pursued and portrayed, and the underlying social dynamics at play. We invite you to delve deeper into these issues. What does this case reveal about our society's handling of violence, celebrity, and justice? How should media, communities, and legal systems improve their approach to such sensitive cases? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your perspective is vital as we continue to unpack this complex story. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this case and similar content that challenges, educates, and engages. Click the bell icon to stay informed and explore our other videos to gain a broader understanding of true crime and justice in today's world.